The person who holds your heart has no intention of releasing you from their thoughts or their deepest desires. In the most sacred chambers of their soul, they carry a vision of tomorrow that includes you at its very center. They are no longer running from the weight of commitment or shying away from the responsibilities that true partnership demands. Instead, they have arrived at a place of readiness, a threshold where they stand prepared to embrace everything that comes with loving you fully and completely. To them, you represent something that cannot be replicated or replaced. You are not simply another person who passed through their life and left a temporary mark. You are the one who reached into places within them that had never been touched before. You awaken feelings they did not know existed and showed them dimensions of love they had never experienced. In their eyes, you are singular, irreplaceable, and absolutely essential to their sense of wholeness. What makes this connection even more profound is the recognition that these feelings are not flowing in only one direction. The love they hold for you is not unrequited or one-sided. It is beautifully mirrored in the love you carry for them. This creates a sacred balance, a divine exchange of emotion that flows between you like an eternal current. The passion that ignites when you are together, the intensity of emotion that surfaces even in your absence, and the depth of feeling that colors every interaction between you cannot be denied. This is not a superficial attraction or a temporary infatuation. This is something real, something powerful, something that reaches into the very essence of who you both are. Yet despite the undeniable strength of their feelings, there are moments when they struggle to express their love in the tender, open, and vulnerable way you might wish to receive it. This difficulty does not stem from a lack of love or diminished affection. Rather, it comes from the heavy burden of their past. They carry wounds that have not fully healed, scars left by traumas that marked them deeply, heartbreaks that shattered their trust, and disappointments that taught them to guard their emotions carefully. These experiences have shaped the way they navigate love and connection. They have built walls around their heart not to keep you out, but to protect themselves from the pain they have known before. Their love for you is genuine and unwavering, but the residue of what they have endured makes it challenging for them to always show it in the softest, most gentle form. They want to be open with you. They want to lay bare their soul and express every feeling without hesitation. But sometimes the fear rises up, the old wounds ache, and they retreat into protective patterns that leave you feeling distant from them. Deep within their heart lives a fear that haunts them quietly but persistently. It is the fear of abandonment, the terror of losing you, the anxiety that one day you might walk away and leave them in the darkness they have known before. This fear is not rational, and they know it, but it sits there nonetheless, influencing how they respond to you and how they interpret the moments of silence or distance between you. They notice everything. They feel the quietness that has settled into the space where there used to be constant communication. They sense the distance that has grown where there once was closeness. They miss the small gestures of affection, the little moments of tenderness that used to flow so naturally between you. They long for the warmth of your words, the comfort of your attention, the reassurance that comes from knowing you are thinking of them. This absence is not something they can easily dismiss or ignore. It weighs on them heavily, creating an emptiness that echoes through their days and nights. They miss you in ways that go far beyond general longing. This is not a vague or abstract missing. It is raw, personal, and achingly specific. They miss the sound of your voice and the particular way it lifts their spirits even on the darkest days. They miss your laughter, that beautiful sound that brought lightness into their world. They miss the playful, innocent side of you that made life feel easier to bear, the childlike joy you brought into their existence that helped them forget, even momentarily, about the heaviness they carry. Without those moments of warmth and joy, without that connection to your lightness, they feel hollowed out, as though something vital has been removed from their daily experience. Looking back, they can see clearly now that in the past they were not ready for the kind of serious, grounded, and mature commitment you deserved from them. At that time, their priorities were scattered and unfocused. Their heart had not yet opened fully to the possibility of real partnership. They were confused, hesitant, and perhaps even unwilling to let go of other influences that were pulling them in different directions. There may have been other people around them, toxic relationships they should have ended, unhealthy attachments they should have released, or distractions that kept them from fully seeing what was right in front of them. But everything has changed. After everything that has unfolded between you, after the separation and the pain and the deep reflection that distance has forced upon them, they have come to a powerful and transformative realization. You mean far more to them than they ever allowed themselves to admit before. You are not just important to them. You are essential. You are foundational to their happiness and their sense of meaning in this world. They see now, with perfect clarity, how much you sacrificed for this connection. They recognize how much of yourself you gave, how many times you put your own needs aside simply to make them feel happy, secure, and emotionally supported. They understand the countless ways you showed up for them, even when they did not fully appreciate it or acknowledge it at the time. Those sacrifices did not go unnoticed, even if they failed to express their gratitude properly. Now, in hindsight, with the wisdom that comes from loss and reflection, they recognize your worth, your devotion, and the incredible importance you hold in their life. At this very moment, they are going through a phase that is both rough and profoundly painful. The weight of regret sits heavily on their shoulders, pressing down on them with an intensity that is hard to bear. They are beginning to see the truth of how they spent too much time ignoring the purity and sincerity of your love while surrounding themselves with toxic influences, unhealthy attachments, and selfish people who never had their best interests at heart. In doing so, they neglected what was most real and sacred in their life, which was the love you gave so freely and unconditionally. This awareness is not easy for them to carry. It forces them to confront the mistakes they made, the poor choices they prioritized, and the pain they may have caused you in the process. It requires them to look honestly at their own shortcomings and take responsibility for the ways they failed to honor what you were offering. Yet this painful clarity has also awakened something beautiful in them. It has sparked a sincere and heartfelt desire to rebuild what was lost. They want to start again, not from a place of fear or hesitation or uncertainty, but from a place of genuine love, inner strength, and unwavering commitment. They no longer want to run from this connection or hide from the intensity of what they feel. Instead, they want to nurture it, protect it, and allow it to grow into everything it was meant to become. They are beginning to understand that true love is not something that comes around often in a lifetime. The bond they share with you is not ordinary or commonplace. It is rare, powerful, and guided by something far greater than just the two of you alone. They can feel the divine energy that flows through this relationship, as if the universe itself orchestrated your meeting to awaken them and remind them of what love truly means at its highest expression. Without you in their life, they feel incomplete. The days feel longer and emptier. The nights feel colder and more isolating. Even the moments of joy that they experience seem to lack their true shine and brightness. You bring them a sense of comfort, peace, and belonging that no one else has ever been able to provide. Around you, they feel safe enough to be vulnerable, to let down their defenses, and to show you the parts of themselves they hide from everyone else. At the same time, being with you makes them feel strong enough to face life's inevitable challenges. You have always been their anchor in the storm, their light in the darkness, their source of inspiration when they needed it most. They now see clearly that their connection with you transcends the merely emotional or physical. This is a spiritual bond, something almost fated or destined. It goes beyond surface attraction or fleeting feelings that fade with time. This is something profound and eternal, something that touches the soul at its deepest levels. They know they cannot undo the past or erase the mistakes they have made. They cannot turn back time and make different choices, even though they desperately wish they could. But what they can do is show you, through consistent actions and not just empty words, that they are ready for genuine change. They want to take full responsibility for their past behavior and prove to you that they can be the partner you truly deserve. Their heart is no longer clouded by confusion or pulled in multiple directions by competing desires. It is filled with a deep knowing, a crystal clear certainty that you are the person they want to build a life with. They are determined to create a future where both of you feel loved, respected, valued, and cherished every single day. Your person longs for reconciliation with every fiber of their being. They want another chance to write a new chapter with you, one built on a foundation of trust, honesty, transparency, and unwavering devotion. They are not simply missing you in this present moment. They are awakening to the profound reality that you are their true love, their divine counterpart, the one soul who completes them in ways that words will never be able to fully capture or describe. As each new day unfolds, their heart aches with a weight that is difficult to express adequately. The longing for you grows stronger with every sunrise that breaks and every sunset that fades. It is as though time itself has become a willing conspirator, constantly reminding them of your absence and amplifying the emptiness they feel without you near. They crave the sound of your voice and the immediate comfort it brings to their anxious mind. They long for the warmth of your physical presence beside them, the simple joy of knowing you are there. The vastness of the distance that separates you often feels overwhelming and insurmountable, like an endless ocean they must somehow cross just to reach you. Yet within that very distance, they have also discovered something remarkable. They have found a deeper understanding of just how much they love you. For it is only true love, the kind that reaches into the soul, that can make separation feel so profoundly unbearable and painful. Each passing moment is marked by a quiet but persistent yearning. This is not just a desire for physical reunion, though they long for that desperately. This is a yearning for the fullness of life that only comes when you are near, for the sense of completeness that your presence brings. The anguish of not being able to hear your words or see your radiant presence weighs heavily upon their soul like a physical burden. At times it feels as though a vital part of them is missing, as though the world itself has become slightly dimmer without the glow of your laughter illuminating their days and the light in your eyes giving them something beautiful to hold on to. Life continues to present its challenges and uncertainties, throwing obstacles in their path and testing their resolve. But through every twist and turn, through every difficulty and setback, you are constantly on their mind. Your presence, though physically distant, brings them strength in moments when they feel weak and fragile. It brings them hope in moments when they feel lost and directionless. Even in silence, even when you are not speaking, they feel connected to you through an invisible thread that binds your souls together regardless of how many miles lie between you. Your presence in their life is a gift beyond measure, something they now recognize as precious and irreplaceable. The joy you bring them is immeasurable, filling spaces within them that they never even knew were empty until you arrived and illuminated them. And yet, the thought of not being able to hold you close, to cherish you with the simplicity of a touch, to share the intimacy of a quiet moment together, fills them with a deep and aching longing that never fully subsides. Still, even in the midst of this painful separation, they find solace in the vision you have created together. They hold on to the dream of a future that belongs to both of you, a life you will build side by side. They imagine the days when your love will no longer be tested by distance or separation. They dream of mornings that will begin with you by their side and evenings that will end with the profound peace of knowing you are together, safe, committed, and devoted to one another. In those thoughts and visions, they find the hope and patience necessary to endure this temporary separation. They remind themselves that the life you will eventually build together will be worth every moment of waiting, every tear shed, every sleepless night spent missing you. Though your journey together may be marked with challenges and difficulties, they want you to know with absolute certainty that their devotion and commitment to your union remain unwavering and unshakable. Love is not simply about the easy moments when everything flows smoothly. True love reveals itself most powerfully when it stands firm even as life tests it with hardship and uncertainty. They understand your concerns, your fears, and your insecurities, and they hold all of these feelings with deep compassion and tenderness. They want you to rest in the certainty that no one else holds their heart the way you do. You are irreplaceable to them. You are the one they choose each day, and the one they will continue to choose for as long as they live and breathe. Their love for you is not fragile or easily broken. It is not fleeting or temporary. It is steadfast, resilient, and deeply rooted in the truth of who you are together and what you mean to each other. You are their soul's counterpart, the mirror that reflects their truest self back to them. You are the guide who helps them navigate this chaotic and unpredictable world with more grace and wisdom than they could manage alone. You steady them when they falter and stumble, even when you are not physically present, because they carry your love as an anchor within them, a constant source of stability and strength. They are asking you, pleading with you, to believe in what you share. Believe that your path together, though at times difficult and painful, is unfolding exactly as it is meant to unfold. Life may place obstacles in your way, circumstances may try to keep you apart, but they trust in the strength of what you share. Together, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Your bond is strong, unbreakable, and eternal. That certainty fuels them with the courage to face the days without you physically near. Your love has transformed them in ways they never thought possible. Before you entered their life, they could not have imagined the depth of connection that now sustains them through difficult times. They could not have known the profound joy that comes from simply loving another soul so completely and unconditionally. You have opened their heart in ways that seemed impossible before. You have awakened parts of them that had long been asleep or dormant, buried under layers of pain and self-protection. You have reminded them of the beauty that exists in vulnerability and trust, showing them that it is safe to open up and let someone in completely. With you, they have learned what it means to truly give love and to truly receive it. For this precious gift, they are endlessly grateful. You are not just someone they love. You are the very essence of love itself as it manifests in their life. Until the day comes when you are finally reunited in person, they want you to know this fundamental truth. They are here, loving you fiercely from a distance. They are supporting you even in silence, carrying you with them in all that they do. Every choice they make, every hope they hold in their heart, is tied to the thought of the two of you and the life you are building together. They count the days until they can hold you again, until they can look into your eyes and speak these truths face to face. But until that blessed day arrives, they will keep loving you across the distance with a devotion that grows stronger instead of weaker. Your love, though tested by time and separation, is unshakable. It is a flame that refuses to burn out no matter how strong the winds blow against it. It is a song that continues to echo in their heart, no matter how far apart you are in physical space. And so, as the days continue to stretch on, they will draw strength from your bond and from the certainty of what you share. They will continue to wait with patience, to hope with faith, and to dream of the moment when you can finally close the distance between you. Until that day arrives, they want you to remember always that you are cherished beyond measure, missed beyond words, and loved beyond the constraints of time itself. You are everything to them, and that will never change.